differently abled, differently.
Welcome back, and you're watching Abled Differently. Caregivers play an important role in the lives of children and persons with disabilities. Their dedication and compassion provides the much needed support. Take a look.
Caregivers of children and persons with disabilities face unique challenges. They have to balance various responsibilities while ensuring the well-being and growth of their loved ones.
Having a special need does not mean you cannot be able to, you cannot perform. Even a child with special needs can also perform like any other child. And the condition that they are in, it is not contagious. So people should not fear. They should interact with these children freely. Not only the children, even the adults. We should interact with them freely, knowing that it is not contagious. You play with them together, when they come to your school, they will infect your children. So they are just normal children.
Nahimiza watolewe, si kufichwa, watolewe kwa society. Juu Mungu anawapenda sana. Na wale wako na possibility ya kuenda shule, Mungu wafungulie njia waende shule. Na wale wanafichwa, juu kuna wengi wanafichwa juu ya maybe society haikutaki, mahali huko umerejectiwa, but hao ndio wamekureject, Mwenyezi Mungu haja kureject. So mimi nahimiza hao watolewe wenye wanafichwa, na wenye wakuenda shule, Mungu wafungulie njia waende shule.
Physical and emotional demands can be overwhelming as they provide assistance with activities of daily living, such as personal care, mobility, and medication management.
Maxwell was actually in school. He was actually in kindergarten, preschool, kindergarten 1. Then within that year still, the school that he was in called me and told me not to return Maxwell to the same school again, to get him another school. So that was another headache for me, because now I'm struggling with his hearing and all that. He has a hearing aid which cannot be retained. They were actually unable to contain him in the school.
As you know, for me, I don't use my hands, I use my feet. And he's very okay with that. He always says, Mom, do this and this for me. He can even tell other people, oh, me is like one, if I mean attack to ma. So he's very well, it's okay with me. So I'm just proud of how he's growing. Sometimes, I just look at him and wonder, is this a kid? And I don't know about it, because the level of his understanding tells me is on another level.
Despite the challenges, caregivers have the privilege of witnessing significant moments of joy, growth, and personal achievements.
Mimi wakati nilipata huyo mtoto wako special, sikuchoka na yeye. I think nikapeleka, nilienda hospitali zote na nikasema nitasimama na huyo mtoto. Siku moja wakati wa COVID, tumeambiwa tusiende mahali. Juu Mungu aliona sijachoka. Nikaenda hii hospitali, nikatoka hii, mpaka nikajulikana. Lakini wakati wa COVID, mtoto aliamka tu akatembea. Si ni muujiza?
It has made the children feel part of community, appreciated, and they have really enjoyed the day. Okay, PP1 and PP2 are now, or today, are a part of the bigger school, that is the primary school, having been integrated in the same around 2014. And this has really been a good thing, because there has been that seamless transition from preschool to school. And we are finding it so good. Now when we incorporate the hearing impaired, it even becomes better, because they become part of the school large community, and this one encourages them to feel part of the school and eventually adapt and feel that they are part of the bigger school.
They provide a safe space for learning and offer guidance through the ups and downs of childhood.
When we talk about learners with special needs, we normally create awareness, and we normally work together with other partners, especially when they talk about inclusive, because we want to sensitize parents that, or even the nation, that children with special needs have also the rights like any other child, and they can do things like any other child.
We are trying to discourage special schools, because you'll find in the special schools the kids are treated very special. But when it comes to the mainstream schools where they're integrated, it works better. So the schools we chose are all public schools, they're government schools. So one, for the continuation of the program after it has ended, but also the importance of the teachers in these schools to know that it's possible for them to educate children with disabilities.
So I decided, how is it best for someone to get all information? And remember, some of the times it's someone who will flash me because they can't even afford to have airtime, and I'm the one who has to call them back and try and explain everything. So that's when I was like, okay, we can level up the info hub and upgrade to special needs resource hub. So in the resource hub, we have the information section where we have information about neurodevelopmental disabilities. Autism is very complex, and most of us, the minute we get diagnosis, we run to Google, and Google can kill you, let me tell you. Dr. Google can run you mad with the diagnosis, because it's all about the child will not be able to do it. It feels like a death sentence, let me be honest. And it feels like your child can never move from there. So we wanted to get, and then there is also misinformation and misconceptions. So what we've done is we've siphoned and cleared out and put what is the actual facts. So it's a fact-based platform where we have references and gathered information real time, and we keep updating it even as things change. Like if you look at the last year, autism was what, 1 to 54? This year, CDC said it's 1 to 36. So you see, we're updating it to the latest information, anything that comes out. So that's the information. So we have details about autism, possible causes, because the first thing is like, what happened? To just bash the myths about people saying, oh, cultural, or you did something to someone, or uchawi, all those things. So to just get rid of those, we put out the different hypotheses. Like, these are the things that scientists are still looking, because at the moment, nobody knows actually. It's just, this one is researching on this, there is a percentile that is true, and it's not yet proven 100%. So all that information is readily available for parents.
Caregivers advocate for inclusion, accessibility, and equal opportunities. By raising awareness and fighting for their loved ones' rights, they contribute to building a more inclusive society.
Inclusion starts at a very young age. So you'll find when we are very young, we don't know the differences of if someone has a disability or not. So in having such an inclusive space, children with disability can see the other children without, and the other way around also. Without can see children with. So starting very early, they get that idea that there's inclusion, and inclusion is possible. So you'll see among the children, you've seen there are some with disability, some without disability, but if you look at it, they are all playing together, and they are not seeing the differences. So for us as an organization, we aim for these children to grow up knowing that inclusion is possible.
My journey was very painful, and I keep on saying, if I can make someone's journey less painful, even by 1 minute, I'll be glad to do so. I do advocacy for the hearing impaired children all the time, in social media, wherever I am. So, and every September, I promise myself that because it's a Deaf Awareness Month, I'll be doing something for the kids or for the community that God has called me to now, because I understand the journey more than anyone else now. You make my life feel brand new. Jesus, you love me too much. When we look at ourselves, there's no part of us that is not functional, Something like hearing, who would have thought that you can actually stop hearing? And even if you stopped hearing, how do you proceed with life after that, Those are the kind of things that really pushes me to advocate for these children, or even adults, in the smallest of ways.
Caregivers for children and persons with disabilities face both challenges and opportunities. Through their selflessness and tireless efforts, they provide a nurturing environment, empowering those in their care to reach their full potential.
Let's take a look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities.
Article 25 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities states that state parties shall, Part B, provide those health services needed by persons with disabilities, specifically because of their disabilities, including early identification and intervention as appropriate, and services designed to minimize and prevent further disabilities, including among children and older persons.
And here is the tip for the day.
Cerebral palsy is a condition, it's not a disease, and they have different strength. So this kid might like music and they want to be a DJ. They can be the DJ of all the times. The best DJ with a disability, that's an added advantage. As opposed to a normal DJ, you're just looking at you like, oh, DJ wa kawaida. So they have different areas they can focus in. So for the fathers, when you turn away your child because they have this condition, you're not doing any good. It's just a condition.
Let's recognize and appreciate the contributions of caregivers who shape lives and inspire all of us. Until next week, my name is Jane Theuri. Goodbye.
We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.